a noble profession where we mold young minds for the future generation. Teaching is not just a profession, it is a calling to fulfill a lifelong mission that needs to accomplish. In this video, we aim to explore the society's expectations and demands of teachers as professionals, society's expectations of teachers as individuals, explain the key professional competencies of teachers as defined by the national and international standards, and discuss how these competencies enhance teaching effectiveness and professional growth. Teacher as a professional is defined as someone who has a license renewable every 3 years and can show proof of CPD or the continuing professional development, are expected to abide the code of ethics for professional teachers and pass the licensure examination for teachers administered by the PRC. Professional teacher is not easy as you will face the expectation and demands of the society to you as a professional teachers as you will play a vital role in shaping the minds and values of future generations. So, what really are the demands and expectations of the society to the professional teachers? We'll tackle it one by one. The primary demand of society is to teach well as it is one of the most important factors in the learner's learning. The society demands professional teacher to teach effectively. As effective teacher makes the good and not so good learners learn, and an effective teacher adversely affects the learning of both good and not so good students. As a professional teacher, you should always apply fairness and honesty toward your students as you will be their role model. Also, teachers are expected to work with and for communities and should work with and for the state, the community, the teaching community, school officials, non-teaching personnel, and learners as groups of people.
Society's expectations of teachers as individuals. Teacher as a person should live with integrity, dignity, and strong moral values. Society sees teachers not just as educators but also a role model. Being a teacher means setting a good example through behavior, attitude, and values both inside and outside the school. So now, what are the demands of society for teachers as individuals? First, teachers must be a good role model by showing honesty, respect, patience, and kindness to his or her students. Their actions influence the children or their students very deeply. Second, teachers should live with integrity, doing the right thing even if no one is watching, and showing trustworthiness and responsibility on students teaches them moral values. Third, teachers should show empathy and care for students' feelings and struggles. Teachers are expected to be understanding on what the students have been dealing with or facing at the moment. And finally, teachers must be fair and culturally sensitive. Treating everyone equally is one of the traits that the society expects every teacher to have. Teachers should create a warm and inclusive classroom wherein every student felt comfortable and accepted. In short, the society expects teachers to lead by example and help shape the value of our future generations.
The Philippines Professional Standard for Teacher, or PPST, is used as a competencies to reach the standards set by the national. This competencies represents the knowledge, the values, and the skills that that make the learning development more efficient and the teacher become more competent. The PPST has 7 domains. First one is a teacher must be knowledgeable or must have a mastery on his or her subject matter. Second one is a teacher must establish a inclusive environment for students. The third one is a teacher must value the importance or must value the diversity among his or her students. Fourth, a teacher must have a must coordinate with curriculum instruction in order to make the learning efficient. Fifth, a teacher must have different measuring tools or measuring assessment tools to measure the learning of the student. Six, a teacher must have a partnership with communities and non-teaching professionals in order to obtain their ethical professions. Lastly, a teacher must value or must be accountable on his personal growth and professional growth. Overall, these 7 domains serve as a framework or holistic framework for teachers. These things serve as guide for teachers that may be able them or may made them more proficient and competent in their careers as a teacher in molding the young generation.
In this part, we will tackle how these competencies enhance the way of teaching and effectiveness of the teachers. The professional competencies for teachers, the PPST or the Philippine Professional Standards for Teacher, aims enhance the teacher's effectiveness in teaching and also their professional growth and know what are the standards they need to achieve to be considered as a professional teacher. In the first competency, Teachers are required to have content knowledge and mastery of the subject matter, as what was mentioned in the demands of the society and teachers. One of those is effective teaching. The competency is important as your mastery about the lesson you will teach will help you for you to be able to teach effectively. How can you impart your knowledge to your student if you yourself didn't know about what you are teaching? Third one is that teachers need to value learner diversity by crafting differentiated and responsive learning experiences. By valuing learner diversity means recognizing students' unique needs and creating lessons that suit different learning styles. By using varied and inclusive learning methods, teachers help all learners feel supported, respected, and capable of success.
Next is teachers need to coordinate instructions with curriculum objectives, making sure lessons are meaningful and organized. This is not only enhances the learning of the students, but it also helps the teacher to widen their knowledge and creative thinking to provide meaningful and organized lessons for the students to accomplish. Fifth, teachers need to apply diverse assessment tools to monitor and assist their students. Of course, you can't just apply one assessment because it doesn't fit to all students. But it can help you to explore and find different kinds of assessment tools for your student to be utilized. 6. Teachers need to establish school community partnerships that enhance learning and maintain professional and ethical obligations as it will help you to grow, especially that you will be dealing with the community. You will deal with different environments, people, and events that surely help for your personal growth. And the last competency, teachers need to continue personal and professional development exhibiting integrity, dedication, and lifelong learning. Teachers should keep improving by learning new skills and knowledge to stay effective. Showing integrity, dedication, and a love for lifelong learning helps them grow as a role models who inspire students to do the same.